Hello, everyone, and welcome to a goodbye to a Frienderdragon. I'm making this video basically because I'm just stopping everything with the Tales of the Frienderdragon series. I started recording that back in May of last year, so May of 2019. I started recording that series with bunch of my friends from out in Pittsburgh. So Jake, Spencer, Ian, Mir, and Brett. You saw everybody at this point. There was nobody else. Obviously, Jake came back and everything, but that was all recorded. Everything that I had released up until this point had been recorded back in May or maybe June of last year, and I was working through all of that content. And, I finally just decided that it wasn't a project that I was really in love with anymore. I really enjoyed the idea of bringing in different people. Obviously, parts of it were a little bit scripted, like the whole Jake thing. And so I had an idea of how I wanted it all to play out, barring people's deaths and stuff. But yeah, it just ended up taking up too much time, in my opinion, and was kind of just at a point where, one, it wasn't really getting any views. So if you're watching this and you watched that, thank you. But, it's just something that I'm not in love with anymore, and it's not something that gets a ton of attention. So it kind of just feels like it makes sense for me not to keep wasting my time with it. I still have the rest of the footage from Jake that I might decide to release at some point. I don't know. But I'll probably just release it all raw and just sync it up and then upload it. And it'll be like 5 hours long or something crazy like that. The other thing is, just to kind of give, I guess, some closure, the idea was basically because now I'm in Boston and I don't have any of my other friends with me, I was going to yoink Shelby into the series. And we were just gonna run right up to the Ender Dragon, and because we had found it. That's something you guys don't know either. But yeah, Shelby and I were just gonna run up to it, and even if Shelby would have died, basically the idea was that I was all out of friends. I would have killed the Ender Dragon by myself. And then when I would have gotten back to the house there, I would have looked out on the hill, out directly from the door, if you can picture that. And out on the hill would have been the force ghosts of everybody's skin, I guess, who had been in the series. I thought that would have been really funny. And again, I really enjoyed the idea, but with recording it back in May, June, July of last year, Microsoft has actually been really good at updating the game, and so there have been a ton of updates since then. The game is unrecognizable when I've been going back and editing those parts. So again, it just made sense, and I enjoyed it, and I'm happy that I did it, but in the end, it's, again, just something that was kind of like taking up time that I didn't want to take up anymore. So we'll see what happens with it. For now, in terms of Minecraft stuff, Shelby and I do stream over on Twitch, and we've been streaming a lot of Minecraft over there. But I don't know, maybe there's so much you can do in Minecraft. I definitely could see myself going back into it for something, but for now, with this series, with this idea, maybe I can perfect it in another way. But that's it. So again, thanks to Jake, Brett, Ian, Mir, Spencer. I'm thanking myself. But you guys were great. I really appreciate you guys giving your time, and I'm sorry that I'm just like getting rid of it. Really, I'm sorry to Jake, because Jake gave all of his time. Everybody else had their stuff edited and everything, and so I don't feel too bad about that, and I really don't feel that bad for Jake. And then one last thank you. I wanted to thank Mike, because he's the one who gave me the title, the name of the series, and I thought the name was really clever and funny. But yeah, that does it. For Frienderdragon, putting the nail in the coffin, RIP. I think we were on part 32. Part 33 should have come out today, but instead you're watching this. And I realistically probably had like through part 45 recorded. I would bet. So there was a lot, and I just don't feel like doing it anymore. So tentatively, what will be taking its place, maybe starting next week, or maybe I'll take a few weeks off from Friday videos. But basically, Nuzlocke with my brother. He and I can only record that so often because of being in different places and just having different schedules. But the idea will be to release that basically as we record it. So if we record it early in the week, the idea will be to release whatever we've recorded as soon as that Friday. But again, with how few and far between we have to record, the chances are that we may have stretches of weeks in which we don't have any videos coming out. I'll think of something to put in there, but for now it may just stay blank. I've been enjoying doing Mondays and Wednesdays. The only thing that I could potentially see me doing would be like switching stuff around. So instead of Monday, Wednesday, like Wednesday would be the Nuzlocke day. And then that way the middle of the week would just sometimes be empty. But like no matter what, I would have a video release on Mondays and Fridays. I'll think about it, and you guys can let me know what you think or what you'd want to see. And let me know if there's anything else that you would potentially want to see on Friday. But yeah, for now, I think I'm just going to be taking a break from doing 3 videos a week and just doing 2 and focusing on those. And then we'll go from there. So, in the comments, I guess, put your favorite part from Frienderdragon. I think my favorite part was doing the whole thing with Jake where he went into the nether and then he just disappeared. And then having to try and explain to everybody else what Minecraft is and why Jake is dead, but he wasn't actually dead. And after, I think, 8 hours of recording with Jake and having somebody who was super competent and knew everything about Minecraft, to go to like somebody like Mir, who when I said, what's the point of Minecraft? I think what was her answer? It was something like, oh, don't you just build things? And I was like, yep, that's it. And she was like, yeah, so I'm going to build a tree house. And I was like, yep, you're going to build a tree house. And then she died. She was killed by a drowned. So there were a lot of good moments, in my opinion, a lot of funny moments that you can sift through, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm done with it. And F in the chat for Frienderdragon. That does it for this. Thanks for listening to me ramble about a crappy internet series that I attempted to make. Monday, back more Unravel 2. Wednesday, we're keeping the schedule for now. I believe is the Shadow of War Part 1 review. So I hope to see you guys in those videos.